Hey, everybody. Hope you are doing well. Um, I don't give too much credence or backing to Rolling Stone magazine, mostly because it's a corporate driven popularity contest. They don't really regularly talk about things from a uh, true musician's point of view. It's a lot of articles about pop culture and what the industry wants to push as um, larger bands and or artists, and it just and their voting process on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a joke. I mean, no disrespect to Donna Summer, but the fact that she got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or LL Cool J got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before, I don't know, Deep Purple, um, or, actual rock bands, is just a travesty. So it's with little respect that I actually um, reference anything Rolling Stone magazine uh, has commentary about. With that said, I also never thought that I would be doing this song on this channel simply because amongst the fans of the band and even, classic rock radio or popular radio, this is King's X's biggest hit. It's the song Over My Head. Now, the reason I'm doing it is because today Rolling Stone magazine did do something that I am kind of impressed by. And they put out their top 100 hard rock uh, songs of all time. And they put King's X Over My Head at number 65. That's pretty remarkable. And I'm guessing, I haven't read up on what the criteria was, but I'm guessing it had more to do with reader or industry representation um, voting on this list. It's kind of like the way VH1 did with their top 100 hard rock and heavy metal acts of all time, where they brought King's X in and they put them in, I think, somewhere around 82 or 85, right in there. And it was voted upon by people in the industry, artists, and what have you. So it's with pleasure that I actually refer to Rolling Stone on this one and say, yeah, it's a killer song. Now, I am also a firm believer that if Rolling Stone readers and listeners actually listened to King's X, there would be a lot more, or potentially a lot more, representation on this list by the band. They have so many killer songs, but the industry has largely ignored them. It's almost criminal how much they've ignored them. And I could say the same thing as to how they treated Faith No More and other bands, Jellyfish and what have you. So, like I said, I am not supporting Rolling Stone at all. But with that said, at least they got, inclusion in the top 100, as they well should have. King's X is a superiorly influential band in the rock genre, influencing several musicians who were on this list also. And people who would come along and say, oh, yeah, I'm a huge King's X fan. They were gigantic to me. Ty Tabor's guitar playing, Doug Pinnick's voice, Doug Pinnick's bass playing, very much inspirational in the rock genre, which is why they've gotten named or often called your favorite rock band's favorite rock band. Anyway, with that said, let's hear Over My Head by King's X, number 65 on Rolling Stone's Top 100.
Over my head, it's loud and clear. It's going to my head. Don't you hear it? I hear it, don't you hear it? Listen, it's all around me. It's everywhere. Oh, Lord, she was singing, just like yesterday. Oh, I'm talking in my sleep. Oh, I can feel it. Yeah.
Now, lyrically, the song is heavily inspired by Doug's grandmother, but all three members of the band have a Christian background. Um, it kind of sidelined them a little bit because they did and still continue in some instances sing songs with a spirituality to them. Obviously, not every song that they've ever recorded is about their spiritual beliefs, but they definitely did and weren't afraid to put that um, influence into their songwriting, which, it's a nice change of pace from all the morose, darker, fear and hatred kind of lyrics that you do often get in some corners of hard rock and metal, to have something spiritually uplifting. With that said, they were disavowed in many ways by the Christian rock community because of some personal choices and personal lifestyles of members of the band. And again, it's fine. They weren't really a Christian rock band. They were just a rock band that had a lot more positivity to their lyrical content. Um, so again, I don't care one way or the other, whether they were Christian rock or not Christian rock, doesn't matter to me. They were just a killer rock band, and they still are to this day. Right on down to their newest release, which is a phenomenal album. And one of these days, I have to do a deeper dive into this, their newest CD, which I also have on vinyl. Um, that's how much I love the band. I will support them no matter what. But their newest album definitely is a bit of a return to their original older sound, which is welcomed by many of us King's X fans. I've loved every album they've put out, even their least popular one, Manic Moonlight. And you listen to Doug singing, and it's really no wonder why he was asked to be the lead singer in Deep Purple by Ritchie Blackmore, and again, he turned him down. It's at the time you might have thought, oh my God, you have the opportunity to be the lead singer in one of the greatest hard rock metal bands of all time, Deep Purple. But if you know the story about the ins and outs of Deep Purple and sort of the dominating personalities and the inner strife within the band, people getting fired, people getting rehired, people quitting, people going in, people coming out, different bands forming off of Deep Purple, you might look at it and go, yeah, I probably don't want to go work in that hornet's nest. With that said, it's still a huge honor, I would think, to be asked. The song is just a phenomenal groove. It's a straight, solid rock song. It just is, and it's all groove. It's such an infectious kind of rhythm that I mean, again, the fact that it hit number 65 on Rolling Stone's most recent list of hard rock songs is a huge tribute to the band's influence on other artists. If the ranking was voted on by members of the rock or musical community, I think it's just huge. I think it's fantastic for the band. I think it's great, and hopefully, more people will discover them. I'm not saying they're ever going to get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame simply because, again, that's a popularity contest, and I don't agree with the way that has been handled, and I'm sure there are many people who would agree with me on that, because it's just, again, it's a travesty, some of the artists that have gotten in there before other artists. I mean, it's just like Kansas isn't in there. I think Boston is in there, but they didn't even really have a ceremony. It wasn't like a thing. Nobody really talked about it. Um, the way that they treated the members of Dire Straits when Dire Straits got inducted not too long ago, and it took them that long to get in. It's like, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing, Money for Nothing, Walk of Life, Romeo and Juliet. It took them how long to get in? And yet, acts like, yeah, well, I'm not going to get back into it. Again, I just don't agree with it. And that's all Rolling Stone too. It is all Rolling Stone. I don't care what you think. It's Rolling Stone and corporate media. So, hey, you know what? I'm not going to go off on a tangent. I'm just saying congratulations to King's X for hitting number 65 in Rolling Stone's most recent top 100. And, always and forever will be a supporter of the band. With that said, thanks for watching. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. We can talk about it further, and I wish you all well. Take care.